This is the Health and Fitness Report, Part 2, Take 3. All right, the Health and Fitness Report, Part 2. Let's just get to the calories and weight. This morning weight, again, this is the 20th, October 20th. No, the 19th, October 19th. The weight was, I believe, 152. We're hovering now around 152. Point, I don't know, 4 to 6. Now again, the first week, the first week was great. We went from 162 down to 150, 10 pounds. 10 pounds just gone. Boom. That was kind of cool. But at this point, now we've got to we're hovering a little. And again, I'm not starving. I'm like, I'd love to eat more, sure, but I don't starve. It's like, I feel fine. Because that brings us to the second aspect of it. Energy. How much energy do I have? I'm fine. I mean, overall fine. The runs have been okay. It's hard to tell with runs because there's so many other factors, and you do have to definitely eat. Usually different for different people, but sometimes some people recommend the night before having carbon up a little. For me, I don't usually do that to an extreme. So the runs are good. I've done half marathons and 10 miles, 8 miles. Today was just 4 miles, although there were other reasons for that. So I do have enough energy to keep running. Weights. I'd like to say the weights have gone better than ever, but no, I mean, I don't know if it's due to the reduced or the different regimen of eating, but there was this a noticeable strength drop. I mean, you gotta expect. 10 pounds, it can't all be fat. You gotta give a little. The bright side is that there is some fat being burned, so even though the muscles aren't as powerful, they're actually a little more defined because, the muscles might have lost some, but the fat lost some too, so they kind of pop out a little. So if you're working on the six-pack or working on just strong muscles or want to see a little bit of veins, that's going to happen too. As far as at this point, where do we go? I don't know. We don't have to go to the 140s. I can stay in the 150s, but it's all about trimming, and we're just fine-tuning at this point. For me, it's not about dropping another 20 pounds or even 10 pounds. It's about fine-tuning at this point. So I can stay the same weight. I just want to get everything trimmed, get everything taking a little chisel and carving everything nice and the way I want it. The way I want it. We're all different. Now, one thing about the weights, I guess it's mainly just the weights, is that I usually have the supplements, the creatine, the adenine, and a few other things, and of course the daily vitamins. Just make sure I got to have my vitamins. That becomes more difficult because, oddly enough, eating less means you're probably not going to have a full stomach. Or at least I'm not going to have a full stomach because mine is spread throughout the day. It might be 1,500 calories, it might be more, 2,000 or less, 1,200, but it's spread throughout the day. So I don't ever have a full stomach. Which I didn't really too much before, but I had more. So there's a lot of things you can't eat, a lot of supplements and vitamins you really can't eat on a empty stomach. I mean, you can, but it's gonna either burn or leave you nauseous, and nausea is not something I particularly care for. So, if you ever tried zinc on an empty stomach, I don't recommend it ever, but you'll know right away that you did not have enough food in your stomach because otherwise you don't. I mean, for me, the zinc doesn't affect me at all on a full stomach, but on an empty stomach, it's all you want to do is just, get rid of it. Purge it, I guess, so to speak. So, some of the vitamins I have are just like that. Even green tea, and a few of them, if you take it on an empty stomach, you'll wish you wouldn't. So that becomes harder. So you don't take the vitamins or the supplements, and then when you work out, you're not going to feel the same, or you're not going to have the same desire to work out. Because for me, sometimes the supplements are just a way to commit myself to work out. Because once I take it, I got to work out. I already took the supplements. Otherwise, it's just a whole waste. So it kind of commits me to the workout, little baby steps. So that's changed a little. Oh well, we'll adapt. Now, of course, after the 152, after the first week, when you drop the 10 pounds, or I drop the 10 pounds, at this point, it's going to how to put it delicately, it's your digestive cycle. Your system's going to change. It's going to slow down. At least for me, it slows down. So you're not going to notice the weight differences. I mean, it's like, how do you be a gentleman and talk about this kind of stuff? But it's just a fact of fitness, is that's going to kind of be the moments where you notice, the weight differences, and there's no way to get around that. I mean, it's just part of it. So you kind of have to accept that. The things we don't talk about, it's not a gentleman like to talk about that stuff, but that is going to be a part of it. I mean, it's a factor because at first, I mean, if you're, I don't know, regular enough to like for a daily cycle, so to speak. That's going to probably change to 3, 4, 5 days because there's just not that much food. Your body doesn't have to deal with that much food anymore. So if your system's built to handle that much and you're only giving it this much, then you do the math. Do the math. Okay. Wow, this one just kind of hit me all of a sudden. I mean, like the past day, is that... That is insulation. It's not all bad. It's insulation. And when the weather gets cold, wow, it sucks. I mean, that's something I haven't really noticed in a while. It hasn't been cold in a while, but even last year, I don't know if it wasn't as bad, but all of a sudden, boom. I mean, the temperature drops a little bit and you just think, wow, okay, now I have to deal with that. I mean, the fingers get kind of cold. It's hard to type. It's hard to just do anything. You have to wear a scarf. You have to wear layers, running in the cold. So, yeah, you have to give that up, and that's part of it. I mean, just there's no way around that. Maybe the muscles, I mean, if they get so big, they might be able to help. But, yeah, it's not so bad in the summer because fat can even help, I believe, against the heat too. But for me, the heat doesn't bother me that much. It's the cold. And you do feel the cold a lot more when you lose that little bit of layer, that little blanket of fat. Oh well, I'll use a different blanket. Overall, my cravings have gone down. Not so much. Definitely going easy on the candy. Cut out the cold cereal. Kind of had to. There's way too many calories. I mean, if you have a bowl of cereal and some milk, at least if you're doing, I do like almond milk, but if you did whole milk of all things, wow, you could have 500 calories easily just in a bowl of cereal and some milk. And so all of a sudden, you've kind of blown through a third of your daily calories in one, I wouldn't even say a meal, because you're probably going to have some juice. There's probably other things too, unless you can just get by on that. But a third of your, or even more, I mean, half your calories for the day in a couple items in the morning. So yeah, for me, I had to give up cereal, unless you have a very small portion of cereal, which is fine. But the problem is cereal often goes bad before you can finish the box. So I know, buy the mini boxes, sure, there are ways around it. If you have to have cereal, there are ways around it. But if oatmeal and an apple and a little bit of low-cal juice, and all of a sudden you're feeling pretty good, and you haven't done that many calories, you haven't dug in that far to the day. That doesn't make sense. Forget I said that. That never happened. All right, I think we covered everything. That's number 2. Hopefully this video is okay because I don't want to do this a third time. No, this is a third time. I don't want to do this a fourth time. Let's just put it that way. This is the third time, and next time I talk to you about health and fitness, hopefully will be the third episode, which I hope will be in 7 days. And we'll see. Again, the weight doesn't have to be in the 40s. I don't care. It can be in the 50s. That's fine. I can be exactly where I am now. At this point, it's I don't know, just using the mirror, I suppose, and hopefully there's not too much that's being carved off, chiseled off the face. You can't really control that. You want it chiseled off the stomach. You want the stomach to be, that whole V, that whole thing. That's me. Yours might be different. Anyway, if you want to use the system, of course, always throw this out there that it works for. I built this because nothing else was working. I used this calorie tracking system at cal. I'm doing it that way, but it would be this way. Cal. Hopefully I lined it up. Cal. calcal.com. And again, that worked for me. But I offer it to other people. If you are at the point where you're just thinking, you know what, that's me. I want to make a change. Today is the day that I think if I don't make a change today, I'm going to keep going on a path I don't want to go. For some people, that's fine. I mean, they don't care. And that's, it's all about individual choices and what you want. For me, I didn't want to. I mean, I wasn't that bad, but I also kind of wanted to stop going down that path. I want to go down that path. So that's why I built it. I use it. I'm a member, I guess, although it's not really a membership yet. It will be. But then, yeah, go ahead and sign up. calcal.com. cal.com. You can't forget that. So, I mean, check it out if you want. If not, that's fine too. But for anyone that just says, I need something, whatever I'm doing is not working, the gym's not working, thinking I'm going to reduce isn't working, all that stuff's not working, this works. It worked for me at least, and I think it worked for others. I'm just throwing it out there. If I'm going to do this, there's got to be some sort of quid pro quo, Clarice. Quid pro quo.